I think that I'm in cybersecurity even before it was called cyber. I'm that old. Guardio is a cybersecurity product for the people, like the Netflix of cybersecurity, like we used to call it once. It's a bundle of cybersecurity solutions for the common people, not for companies, not for corporate, but really for the people. And of course, we are always on the run and on this race against the threat actors to try to see what they are going to do next and be 2 steps ahead. You see how scammers use technology and abuse it to get what they need from people. Because although those are really different domains, of course, web research against DSP, processor reversing, those are really different domains technologically, but the methods and the way you think are the same because you need to think like the bad guys and you need to realize what they are trying to do. But actually, it's what I really love in cybersecurity research because there is all day long, you are trying new stuff and you need to learn new stuff. And once you realize, okay, this is what I'm going to do to jump from one thing to another and to try to learn new stuff along the way, there are endless types of methods to do that. Today, it's much easier because today data or knowledge in general is more accessible. And not only in that you can Google it up. Today you can just ask ChatGPT about everything. You still need to think differently than a machine because at the end of it, you are looking for vulnerabilities in a code used by the machine. For example, 3 years ago, I joined Guardio and moved from vulnerability research on browsers and mobile phones to for B2B, B2G even, and moved to B2C web security, which is like a different domain entirely, different type of user, different type of threats. One of the big advantages I had at Guardio was that we have millions of users on a daily basis. So we have tons of data. We see tons of scams, tons of threats from all kinds, all around. I try to do that from the beginning, looking at forums, Telegram, learning how bad guys are doing that, and tried it on VMs or tried it on people in the company as a red team exercise. It's amazing how quickly you realize exactly what is going on and you think about new ideas.
You had to make an investment into replicating an environment so that you can play with it at home. Now you can spin one up in a cloud environment. You can build it up and destroy it rather quickly.
CTF are like the best training security researcher can get, not only because the people that create those kinds of capture the flag training routines, they are really sophisticated and very creative. And you can really try out and train your brain to do that. You can spin off any kind of system, even make it a honeypot for the attackers. And you use that also today for TechOps even, because this is the one of the big advantages we have today. One of the biggest tricks these days, people love that, is trying to pawn ChatGPT itself. While you do that, by the way, I tried that a few months ago to make it virtually run commands on itself. Some people say that our entire life is a simulation, but it was amazing to see that, and I learned tons from that because it will shorten your training time for like 50, 60, 70% shorter than what it was a few years ago. And there are no books to read already because books are like from the past, from the 1990s.
Phishing and doing influence campaigns for most of our history, and you just have to look at it in a different perspective. And the tricks of the trade have been around for a long time.
First of all, everybody can do that. And so just think that you're capable and try it. And it's okay if you don't succeed at first, but try again and learn from other people. You will have to do that because in a few months, if you don't know what ChatGPT is, you will be out of job. It was my career change a few years ago. I'm so happy with that. being more on the, on my opinion, the real domain that is now harming so many millions and trillions of people. Because again, this is where cybersecurity meets us as people all day long on our phone or our desktop, in the bank, on the street, it doesn't matter.